Welcome to ModiMakes.
What's good, everybody? My name is Modi, this is ModiMakes, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different kind of video, a little more utilitarian than usual. So y'all that have watched this channel know that I pretty much always use recycled canvases for a number of reasons. One being that recycling is just good, it's good for the environment, and it's a good way not to waste things. The second thing is that it's way cheaper than buying new canvases, arguably the more important part of that situation. And the third reason is because it matches my street art aesthetic. It's kind of like if you're just painting over a wall that already has something on it, and you get this little bit of these like ghost images from the old painting, and I just think that that adds a lot of layers to the pieces. I think it makes it more interesting. So today, I'm gonna be starting the process and preparing to work on this canvas that I just happened to find laying around in the bushes somewhere. Well, no, it wasn't actually in the bushes like you're probably seeing on the video right now. I just found it on the street corner. It was sitting there for free. It had been tagged up, but there was one major issue with the canvas that I noticed when I was picking it up. It had a tear going right through the middle of the canvas, and as much as I do like to have these kind of beat up canvases a little bit for the aesthetic that I go for, I don't want it to just have a tear in the middle of the piece. People are not going to like that if they want to hang it in their house and if they want to buy it. So I'm going to be teaching you guys today how to patch up a canvas and set it up so that it's fully ready to paint, and by the time you're finished you won't notice any of the tear or anything like that. Now the interesting thing about this canvas is it's one of those canvases that you buy from a printing shop that just has a printed photo on it. And the issue with those canvases, I really don't recommend anyone using those canvases for traditional painting reasons. The only reason I'm able to get away with it is because I lay a layer of spray paint down on the background anyway, so it completely changes the texture of the canvas. But the problem with these canvases is they're very smooth. They don't have like much tooth in it. There's not really a lot of ability for paint to soak into the canvas itself. Normally when you patch a canvas, you need to grab some unstretched raw canvas to use as your patch. This is not going to work for this canvas because that would be a completely different material than the rest of the canvas. Luckily, on this canvas, there is a bunch of extra material on the back that had been stretched around, and there's some that's already kind of coming up, you know, doesn't look that good anyways. So I'm going to be cutting out a strip of canvas off of the back there from that section. I'm just going to grab a ruler and I'm going to measure out the length of the tear in the canvas and the width, and I'm going to be grabbing a strip from the back that's a decent amount larger than that, just so I don't have to worry about anything showing through and you can get a full patch on there. Then from there, you're going to be wanting to grab your adhesive of choice to help apply that canvas strip to the back of the canvas underneath the tear itself. So I'm going to be using Mod Podge, non-toxic, works well. It's meant for art supplies, and it's just a really good adhesive for this kind of situation. Then you want to apply the Mod Podge to the side of the strip of canvas that you are going to be applying to the back of your canvas, and you also want to be applying Mod Podge to the area around that hole or tear that you have in the canvas, just to get a really good seal between the two pieces. And then once you place that strip of canvas, the extra strip, onto the back, then you're going to be taking some extra of your adhesive and painting all along the entire back of the strip as well, just to make sure that it soaks all the way through and it's completely sealed off. And with this canvas, after letting it dry, just because it was all black and white on the front, it was actually looking great, and you could hardly tell that the tear was there at all. So from there, you're pretty much ready to go with painting. There's only one other step that you could look to do. I'm not going to worry about it right now in this situation because of how invisible the tear is already, but you could grab some gesso and apply it to the front to completely smooth it out. So you just want to fill up the gap and make it look completely flat to the rest of the canvas. And if there still is some raised bits or something that isn't quite looking right, then you can also get your sander out and sand it down just to make sure that it's completely flat to to the rest of the canvas. And that's pretty much the entire process for you getting it ready to paint. I know that's very simple and it isn't quite what you guys are expecting out of a video from me, so we're not gonna end it there, don't worry. Now we're gonna be getting into some actual art because I can't show you guys a video without making a little bit of art for it to entertain y'all. So I'm gonna be working on the sketch that I'm going to be painting on this canvas, and I'm just gonna show you guys a sweet time lapse of that sketch and just get you all excited for when I start working on this canvas in the future. I'm very excited to work on it because this thing is huge. I think this is going to be the biggest canvas I've worked on to this date. So let's check out some of that sketching process and see how it all goes to get you guys nice and excited for the next video on this piece. So as you can see here, I ended up spray painting the canvas to get it ready for painting and stuff, and you'll be seeing that part in the next video on this canvas for the actual painting part like I normally show it as. And after spray painting it, the tear here actually showed up much more visibly than it did before on the black and white with the zebra pattern. And so I want to cover that up a little bit more so that it won't be showing as aggressively when I actually do the painting. Normally you would want to use gesso for this, but I don't actually use gesso. As you guys know, I just like to spray paint directly onto the canvas for my backgrounds because I like a little bit of whatever image was on there before to show through. As you can see, a lot of this tag that's still here is still showing through, which I actually think is awesome because that means like just a little bit through the background there's gonna be this kind of ghost tag still hanging out, which gives it that really nice street art feel. So instead of using gesso for this, I think that I should be able to get away with using some matte medium on here just to smooth out the surface, and then that way I'll be able to paint over that really easily later on anyways. Let us see. So the thing with matte medium is that it's going to dry clear, so you're still gonna be able to visually see this scratch before I put any other paint onto this canvas and stuff. But the idea being that I'm just gonna fill up these holes in the canvas here with this, and then that way when I paint over it later on, it'll appear smooth, or at least fairly smooth. So we're just gonna have to hope that works out. You guys won't be able to tell until the next video on this when I start painting, so now you have to watch it. Gotcha. Haha. Well, there you have it, my peoples. My canvas is all ready to be painted and my sketching process is all done. I actually left out a little bit of the sketching process for you guys just because I wanted to keep it interesting in the next video. I don't want you to know exactly how the piece is going to turn out, or else there'd be no reason for you guys to watch it except for to see whether or not I execute it well or I mess up really bad, I guess, which is interesting in and of itself. But just so you guys know, there's going to be some extra elements added into that painting that you guys didn't get to see in the sketching process. So if you want to see the full piece, you'll have to tune in for that there. But you know, I want you guys to let me know whether or not you like this video, you like these little tips that I have that I can show you guys just for your general painting process needs. So if you do like this sort of video, let me know down in the comments below so that I can make future videos of this manner, just teaching you guys the behind the scenes stuff that I would normally never show you on the video. So if you have any questions about this video or any other video I've made, make sure to leave those down in the comments below as well. I will be reading through all of them as I always do and responding to them personally. And you know, if you like the video, go ahead and give me a like. That would be fantastic. And if you like me, you like the channel, and you want to help support me, the number one thing that you can do is to subscribe. I really couldn't thank you enough if you did. It means the world to me. And with all that out of the way, and without further ado, there's no final shots for today. So that's it for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.
Thanks for watching.